Well, we finally made it to the original trilogy. That is right, guys. We have wrapped up Episode 1, Episode 2, Episode 3, and now we have finally made it to the original trilogy. The 1, 2, 3 best in the Star Wars franchise to a lot of people. I know, you know, and yeah. I mean, they are classics. Episode 4, Episode 5, Episode 6, they all go down to the test of time of being probably one of the greatest trilogy of films ever put into cinema. Yeah, we are on Episode 4 today, guys. A New Hope. Star Wars Episode 4, A New Hope. I haven't seen this in a while. I know I always say that, but I just wanted to let you guys know beforehand, just to have you guys understand that I am going to react to this in the best way possible, because I don't want to have a fresh memory of what has gone on in this film, because I feel that's kind of unfair for you guys, for me to give like a half-ass reaction to it. So I'm just letting you guys know that I haven't seen this in a good minute, but just letting you guys know Star Wars is up there as one of my favorite franchises. So just letting you guys know I have seen the Star Wars movies numerous handfuls of times. So A New Hope, looking forward to it, have not watched it in a while. But like I said, we are done with the prequels. Now we are on to the original trilogy. And yeah, guys, Episode 4 is just, it was the first in the Star Wars franchise. And I don't think anybody was expecting this. I mean, like, I wasn't born in the 70s, so I don't know what the whole fandom was about, like the whole Star Wars craze. I don't know if it was already anticipated as Star Wars being such an amazing film before it came out. But I just know what happened after it, because as soon as Star Wars 4 happened, people went crazy. I know that's a fact. People did sincerely go crazy for this movie, and they had every right to be. I mean, I feel like nothing has come up beforehand, before this movie dropped, that was very similar to it. It was just its own thing, and I think that's why people loved it so much. But yeah, this is the movie that launched the whole franchise, guys. George Lucas, incredible mind. And Star Wars will always be one of my favorite franchises. And if you guys have not seen A New Hope yet, I hope you guys see why I love these movies dearly. As always, guys, I'm going to just be here reacting to the movie, commentating on it, as well as the film, give a little short review, and see how the movie holds up to today's standards. But in all honesty, I might be very biased to this film, but A New Hope is just a great movie, Star Wars. And yeah, if you guys have not yet watched this movie yet, you really need to do yourself a favor and see A New Hope, or just the original trilogy for that matter. They are great movies. I highly recommend them, and I'm wasting time as always. I'm geeking out a little bit, because like I hope you guys share in my enthusiasm before we watch this movie. But yeah, guys, like I said, I am here, A New Hope. I'm going to be reacting to it. Let's not waste any more time. Let's jump right into it. That's the first time anybody saw those words.
I honestly don't know how people reacted to this in the 70s, but I'm sure as soon as that big Star Wars name came up on screen, I'm sure people were expecting a treat. Episode 4, A New Hope. So I'm just saying it right now, the opening scenes of this, Spaceballs honestly has ruined it for me. Because every time I see this spaceship now, wait for it, yeah. Every time I see the spaceship now, I think of Spaceballs. I don't know why, because this came out before Spaceballs, but just the elongated spaceship and how long it took for it to pass the screen, hilarious. And every time I see this, I think of that.
There's C-3PO and R2-D2, as we saw them in Episode 3, and how they got left on this ship, and clearly, do you remember they had their memories erased? Oh, here we go. Our first look ever of probably, arguably, the most iconic villain ever.
R2-D2, where are you?
R2-D2's getting a little something stuffed into him.
Where are those transmissions you intercepted? What have you done with those plans? Secret mission?
Secret mission?
What are you talking about? I'm not getting in there.
I think you're gonna have to, man.
There goes another one. There's no life forms. Must have short-circuited.
Must have short-circuited. Don't want to make sure? Don't want to just blow it up for the hell of it?
Sure this thing is safe.
They honestly lucked out. They could have easily shot that down.
I want to know what happened to the plans they sent you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You are part of the Rebel Alliance and a traitor. Take it away.
He knows. He's wise to what Princess Leia is all about.
I have traced the rebel spies to her. Now she is my only link to finding their secret base.
An escape pod was jettisoned during the fighting. No life forms were aboard.
She must have hidden the plans in the escape pod.
Well, actually, yeah. I mean, if they blew it up, then they wouldn't get to see what she sent. So maybe it was the smart thing to do not to blow it up. Who knows?
Where do you think you're going? It's much too rocky.
R2 just does his own thing, huh? He's funny.
Take it all with me. Go that way. You'll be malfunctioning within a day in this.
Go that way. He kicks him. I mean,
They're best friends, though, but it's just funny to see them get angry at each other.
He tricked me into going this way. You do know better.
I don't think he tricked you. I think you were just being big-headed.
What's that? A transport.
Looks like both of them went into very area that they are very unfamiliar with and have no clue where life form is. God, I hate these guys. They're so annoying. Honestly, they're kind of like vultures. You just pick up the dead scraps and like find ways that they could sell stuff. Does anybody know what they look like under the hoods? I feel like some people would probably know, because I don't. I honestly have only seen them with the hoods up. Oh, they meet again.
They ended up going two different ways, but
thus they've wound up in the same place.
The tracks go off in this direction. Look, sir, join.
So when did they decide to change from clone troopers to stormtroopers? Because these are stormtroopers now, right? They're not clone troopers. Oh, they're getting ready. All their equipment they have scavenged and stole. Family Guy has also ruined this movie for me too, as well. When they did the Family Guy cartoon versions of Star Wars.
Why, it's my primary function. Can you speak Bocce? Of course I can, sir. It's like a second language to me. Shut up, I'll take this.
Yeah, shut up. Okay, you can stop talking. You've said all you need to say.
This R2 unit has a bad motivator. Look. Hey, what are you trying to push on us?
I don't know.
That R2 unit is in prime condition. A real bargain. Now, don't you forget this. Why I should stick my neck out for you.
Yeah, C-3PO really stuck his neck out for R2. You should be very grateful. So this is the same exact place, right? Where Obi-Wan dropped off Luke as a baby to these people who were the adoptive kids of Anakin's mother, right? Of her new marriage.
Get something jammed in here real good. Were you on a Star Cruiser?
Oh, there it is.
What's this?
You found the secret message.
You asked him a question. What is that?
How iconic just is that sentence?
Is there any more of this recording? He says that he is the property of Obi-Wan.
Oh, and this makes sense now. I'm still learning new stuff. No matter how many times I've seen this movie, because their minds are wiped, they don't ever remember, especially C-3PO. He doesn't ever remember being here.
There you go. Wait a minute, where'd she go? Bring her back. Play back the entire message. What message? Here, see what you can do with him. I'll be right back. No, I don't think he likes you at all. I don't like you either.
For a droid that we do not understand what he says, he has so much character.
He belongs to someone called Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, there's a look.
Tomorrow I want you to take that R2 unit to Anchorhead and have its memory erased. But what if this Obi-Wan comes looking for? He died about the same time as your father. You mean my father?
Stuff is coming out that shouldn't be coming out because they don't want to let Luke know.
Working on those condensers. I want to transmit my application to the Academy this year. You can go to the Academy next year. You must understand I need you. Where are you going? Looks like I'm going nowhere.
they really don't want him to follow in his father's footsteps, huh?
Luke's just not a farmer. He has too much of his father in.
That's what I'm afraid of.
What I'm afraid of, exactly. Yeah, I don't know how the aunt could be smiling when she said that, because, like,
Them knowing good and well that
his father's nobody to be messed with.
That R2 unit has always been a problem. These astro droids are getting quite out of hand. Even
R2 is very mischievous.
Maybe so stupid.
I mean, I like him the best. I like him,
Pardon me, sir.
I like him a little more than C-3PO. I don't know. It's just like, I feel like I gravitate to R2 a little more, but R2 is just, does his own thing.
Get it? Wait a second.
Oh, there's one.
Right, I can see one of them now.
Yep. Oh! Seeing that the first time as a kid, I remember jumping a foot. It is scary, especially for a kid. I mean, looking at that face. Uh-oh.
Hello there. Come here, my little friend. Don't be afraid.
I don't know.
You'll be all right.
Do you think that was done on purpose in Episode 3 when Obi-Wan jumps down and confronts General Grievous, and when he says hello there? Do you think that was done on purpose to mimic the OG Obi-Wan?
Boy, am I glad to see you. What brings you out this far? This little droid. He claims to be the property of an Obi-Wan Kenobi. Now that's a name I've not heard in a long time. You know him? Well, of course I know him. He's me. No, my father didn't fight in the wars. He was a navigator on a spice freighter. I was once a Jedi Knight, the same as your father. He was the best star pilot in the galaxy. I have something here for you. Father's lightsaber. The weapon of a Jedi Knight.
First time ever seen it. Unbelievable.
How did my father die? A young Jedi named Darth Vader. He betrayed and murdered your father.
I guess that's good that he told him that, though.
Vader was seduced by the dark side of the Force.
This seems like a lot to take in for the first time of like finding out about your father and just like the whole Jedi thing and just ease him into it. It was probably a good thing Obi-Wan did that.
Oh, let's see if we can't figure out what you are, my little friend.
Must he destroyed, safely delivered to him on Alderaan. This is almost
I wonder if Obi-Wan did remember who Princess Leia is. He must have, right? Because, like, as we saw in Episode 3, he helped deliver Luke and Leia.
You must learn the ways of the Force. If you're to come with me to Alderaan.
Oh,
Alderaan? I can take you as far as Anchorhead. You must do
understanding where Luke is coming from, I mean, like, some random guy you just delivered his droid to, like, wants you to go on a quest with him. It's just like, yeah, man, it's a lot to take in.
Fear will keep the local systems in line. If the rebels have obtained a complete technical readout of the station, it is possible, however unlikely, that they might find a weakness.
Maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know, you're just gonna have to find out, aren't you?
The ability to destroy a planet is insignificant next to the power of the Force.
Don't try to frighten us with your sorcerer's ways.
Dude, you're talking big words to a big guy, man. You better watch your tone. Exactly.
Why would Imperial troops want to slaughter Jawas?
Huh, there you go.
Come with you to Alderaan. Let me see your identification. You don't need to see his identification. We don't need to see his identification. I can't understand how we got by those troops. Force can have a strong influence on the weak-minded.
Okay, is the Force something that you can forget how to do? Or is the Force always stuck with you after you have learned the ways of it? Because, like, I feel like, would Obi-Wan Kenobi still need to practice the ways of the Force for him to maintain his power with the Force? Or can you just, after once you learn it, can you still know it for as long as you live? And so, like, it never really goes away. So
We
iconic.
don't serve their kind here.
Well, that's pretty racist.
We don't want them here.
Or droidist.
I don't like the look of this.
So I guess once you erase their, or you manipulate their mind, it doesn't last that long, huh?
Fast ship. Never heard of the Millennium Falcon? The ship that made a Kessel run in less than 12 parsecs. 10,000? I lost my own ship for that.
Who's gonna fly it, kid? You?
You bet I could. I'm not such a bad pilot myself.
Probably runs in the Skywalker blood. This was like Harrison Ford's second movie or third movie or something, because I know he was in American Graffiti, and that's where he met George Lucas, right? And that's where George Lucas liked him and wanted to put him in his new movie. Right? I think I'm correct.
Let me know in the comments, though.
Ooh! So, who shot first? You guys want to decide in the comments? But I think it has been debunked who really did shoot first. Was it Greedo?
What a piece of junk.
What a piece of junk!
Has light speed. She may not look like much, but she's got it where it counts, kid.
This little sellout. Must have got paid some big bucks.
Stop that shit, blast them. Why not start shooting before you shout out that you're gonna blast them?
Goodbye.
I recognized your foul stench when I was brought on board.
See, that's something else Family Guy has ruined for me, because like when Stewie played Darth Vader and Leia said that, Stewie said, "Oh, that was me. I made a Darth
I would
duty."
like you to be my guest at the ceremony that will make this. I have chosen to test this station's destructive power on your home planet of Alderaan.
Wow.
Was there another target, a military target? Then name the system.
Done to me.
Continue with the operation.
Wow.
Ready.
What?
That's why you should never give in to the bad guy. They're still gonna do what they want, even if they have what they want.
Watch out. Oop. Got shot in the leg.
Bulky religions and ancient weapons are no match for a good blaster, you said. You don't believe in the Force.
You don't believe in the Force, huh? I just learned about it 5 seconds ago, but I believe in it now.
Strange stuff. Look at me heading for that small moon. That's no moon.
Yeah, see?
It's a space station.
Instead of escaping the stormtroopers,
He literally went right to him.
There's no one on board, sir. According to the log, the crew abandoned ship right after takeoff.
yes, sure.
A presence I've not felt since. Give me a scanning crew.
That must be a really, I don't know, nostalgic feeling, or just like a feeling that probably would give you shivers up your back. God, I love this movie, guys. Star Wars is just a special place in my heart. It always will be.
I want to go with you.
Be patient, Luke. Stay and watch over the droids. They must be delivered safely.
Dude, the droids are the most important part of this mission.
You need to protect those guys at all costs.
Where did you dig up that
This whole mission is because of him, guys. I mean, you took his money, too, so, you can call Ben whatever you want, but, you're the one who followed him in the battle, so you should, criticize yourself, too.
Level 5, detention block AA-23. We've got to do something. The droids belong to her. She's the one in the message. We got to help her. I'm not going anywhere.
Wow.
Look, a few minutes ago you said you didn't want to just wait here to be captured. Now all you want to do
So
is
is a little
marching
dick.
into the detention area is not what I had in mind. But they're gonna kill her.
So that's kind of why we love him, huh?
She's rich.
Rich.
Luke knows how to manipulate him.
Listen, if you were to rescue her, the reward would be. You better be right about this. All right. What's your
He
plan?
just wants the money.
Where are you taking this thing? Prisoner transfer from cell block 1138. I'll have it cleared.
They're in trouble.
Oh no! He gives him the gun.
Everything's under control. Situation normal. We're fine. We're all fine here. No, thank you. How are you?
That conversation ended quick.
I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm here to rescue you.
Obi-Wan is here.
See?
The Force is with him. I must face him alone.
Open up in there.
Oh no. I mean, and what's C-3PO gonna do, or R2? No way they can defend themselves. It'd be funny to see the C-3PO know some type of combat. Like, I don't know, martial arts.
Ooh, taking initiative.
Somebody has to save our skins.
Oh god.
There's something alive in here.
Oh no. Oh god.
What?
Still gives me the creeps. I remember seeing this as a kid. Just freaked me out, because, like, I really am not a huge fan of snakes. Seeing that type of thing. Like, right there. Oh no. Oh god. It drags them under, too, with all the dirt and the trash. Ugh, it's disgusting. They're doing a horrible job of rescuing Luke. Dude. There you go.
What happened?
I don't think I'm claustrophobic, but, like, small spaces like that. Ugh. They're dying, Arthur.
Oh god, he needs a bath, man. That's the only thing I care about right now.
God, in that dirty water and... Classic.
He runs right into the whole frickin' fleet.
Han Solo is just an iconic character. His combination of wits, I guess you would want to say, but also his intelligence is lacking a little bit. But he does have heart, even though if his heart is in the wrong place sometimes, especially in this movie in the beginning where, like, you can clearly see he's just all about the money. Here it comes. He was waiting for him. Alright, so we already watched the prequels, as you can clearly see, and we saw the end fight scene of Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and that battle was so awesome, right? Clearly it was awesome. It was an epic battle, and so this is taking place a lot further into the future, I mean, like, for them, and so they haven't seen each other in a long, long, long time, but to see this scene now, and Obi-Wan meeting Darth Vader, yeah, it must be, like, very surreal. Oh. I think that was his plan all along, Luke. This is just so groundbreaking, man. I mean, like, probably the graphics, everything about this movie screams, like, so futuristic, especially for the 70s. I really wish I got the chance to be there to see this movie in theaters for the very first time when it was released. Something very new, I feel, that was very new for the people of the 70s. Probably looked very realistic to them back in the day. Nice.
That's it. We did it.
We did it!
Not over yet. It is for me, sister. Look, I ain't in this for your revolution, man. I'm not.
How's he gonna get the money? Obi-Wan had the money, right? Did he give the money to Luke?
That's what you receive.
The battle station is heavily shielded and carries a firepower greater than half the Starfleet. A small one-man fighter should be able to penetrate the outer defense. The target area is only 2 meters wide. The shaft leads directly to the reactor system. A precise
Damn.
hit will start a chain reaction
That's a big
that should destroy the station.
flaw in the construction of the Death Star.
The shaft is ratio.
I mean, I knew that already, but it's just like, that's a huge flaw. It's not a minor flaw. I mean, like, somebody should have fixed that while building the Death Star.
So, you got your reward. You're just leaving then? That's right. Yeah.
So did he get he got the reward from the rebels, right?
All right. Well, take care of yourself, hon. I guess that's what you're best at, isn't it?
Oh Salty.
May the force be with you.
You don't even believe in it, man.
Hang on tight, R2. You've got to come back. You wouldn't want my life to get boring, would you?
See, they love each other. In the end, they might bicker and have a little banter here and there, but C-3PO and R2, they're best of friends. I don't know behind the scenes, because I heard, I think the actors kind of didn't really get along with each other.
No. The force will be with you.
You can hear old Ben Kenobi speaking to you. I wonder what would have happened if
Obi-Wan didn't really fall to Darth Vader's hands. I wonder if the story would have been a little different.
Damn, Luke has never been in a battle quite like this, so for the first time for him to be involved in something such as defeating the Death Star and trying to blow it up, that's a big task you are trying to accomplish. Here they come, TIE fighters. You know a huge question I've always had for the Star Wars franchise? Why do TIE fighters and
The villains' blasters, why do they shoot out green like that? And why do the Rebels ships like that, why do they shoot out red? I feel like it should be switched around. The Rebels should be shooting out green and the Empire should be shooting out red. I don't know.
Stay in attack formation.
Darth Vader's in the ship now? Everybody should watch out. Dude, so close. Oh wait, no, different guy. Did he get it?
Negative. Didn't go in.
If I was the Empire, wouldn't you have a guy protecting that certain area?
Because, that's a flaw in your building construction of the Death Star, so wouldn't you have, a goalie, blocking that certain area, just being right in front of it so nobody gets those missiles into that small little hole to blow up the Death Star?
Here we go. Is it Luke's time to shine now?
This should be like a football team, the way they tried to go at this. I don't know. They should have two rebels here, and then the main guy, Luke, in the middle, and just I don't know, have them be the defense or their blockers for Luke.
And so that it would be harder for the TIE fighters to get a lock on Luke's ship. Oh, that's just how I'm looking at it.
I have you now. Oh, he's back! Han Solo to save the day, to come in clutch, MVP. Oh, he shot it! Direct hit! Awesome.
Luke saved the day with the assist from Han Solo and Chewie. Hey, you gotta thank Han.
He came back.
You can repair him, can't you? We'll get to work on him right away. Sir, if any of my circuit or gears will help, I'll gladly donate, but he'll be alright.
Oh, he'll be alright, and then he walks away. Damn, you're not really concerned about R2? C-3PO seems very concerned.
R2's all better. I wonder if C-3PO had to donate any of his parts.
Great movie, George Lucas. Love Star Wars, love A New Hope. Can't wait to talk about it with you guys. Still a fun time. Awesome. Star Wars, Episode 4, A New Hope. Yep. That is a cut. We wrapped it up. 1977 is when it came out. God, 1977. It honestly, I can't describe it any better than saying that it still lives up, in my opinion, forever. I don't know. Kids being born in the 2020s, I still will find enjoyment from these movies. I sincerely hope so, at least. Because this movie just brings back so many nostalgic memories, even though I was born in the 90s. I grew up with Star Wars. And to rewatch it with you guys and to just commentate on it and review it and just, like I said, growing up with it and now I'm doing a somewhat of a review and a commentary on this film, it just makes me love it even more and more. There's nothing really wrong with this movie in my opinion. It's a classic. It is the movie that launched the Star Wars franchise. Star Wars would not be where it is right now in Disney's hands if it wasn't for this film. George Lucas, I know he's like a godlike type of guy to a lot of Star Wars fans, but he really is a genius, and Star Wars shows it clearly, especially in A New Hope. Yeah, guys, we wrapped that movie up, Star Wars A New Hope, and coming right out of the gate, I just gotta say, Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Alec Guinness, Carrie Fisher, all-star cast now. I mean, they were nobodies back in the day. I mean, I think Harrison Ford was somewhat of a somebody, and I'm sure Alec Guinness had many numerous roles before Star Wars, but Mark Hamill, Carrie Fisher. I feel like those were names that not a lot of people knew about back in the day. But to see them in this movie and have starring roles, not just supporting roles, starring roles, it launched their careers, guys. I mean, I feel like a lot of people know. Mark Hamill, voice of the Joker, one of the great voice actors we know and love till this day. His career, I don't think, would be where it is. Maybe it would have been, maybe it's not. I'm only speculating, but I don't think his career would have been where it is right now at the moment if it wasn't for Star Wars. He was just a young kid. Maybe a lot of you know how old he was when he filmed himself as Luke in the Star Wars franchises. He seemed like a really young kid. I feel like he was perfect for this role. Honestly, I don't even know who else could play this role. I probably don't know a lot of actors that were like huge back in 1977, but no one comes to mind at the moment who could have played Luke Skywalker. And I think that's saying something. I think that totally says that Luke Skywalker, the role in Star Wars A New Hope, could not have been portrayed by any other actor at the time. And I think that makes Mark Hamill a very unique actor. As we can see, he's very versatile nowadays. We have seen him in the new trilogy of Star Wars, but also he has also been the voice of many cartoons and characters that we know and love till this day that we grew up with as kids. Especially the Joker. Mark Hamill's Joker is like probably my second favorite Joker of all time. I mean, I gotta give it up to Heath Ledger as always. Love that guy. Great Joker. Great actor. But yeah, Mark Hamill, I grew up with him as a kid. So I didn't even know as a kid that he was the voice of the Joker. But now, it all makes sense. This guy can totally act and deliver. But Harrison Ford, as we all know and love, Harrison Ford, huge name in Hollywood. Numerous movies to count. He's freaking Indiana Jones. He's Han Solo and Indiana Jones, two of the most iconic characters in cinematic history. And so to have those two names on his resume of who he has played, it just goes to show that Harrison Ford is an iconic actor. He's very charismatic in the roles that he chooses, and there's something about what he brings to the camera, guys, and you can clearly see that in the Star Wars franchise. I mean, I know we're just getting started with it, but A New Hope, he clearly is very charismatic, and like I said about Mark Hamill, I don't think I could see anybody else playing Han Solo except for Harrison Ford. And I think he's ad-libbed a lot of the lines, too, that we have seen in the Star Wars trilogy, the original trilogy. But onto, like, Carrie Fisher as Princess Leia, also another actress that I feel was meant to be Princess Leia. There is no other woman I could picture as Princess Leia. The late, great Carrie Fisher, rest in peace. She is so iconic in the role that she plays in this movie. And it just really brings you back to when you watch the movie that launched her career, as well as, like I said, Harrison Ford and Mark Hamill. And it's just like, she was probably a no-name. I could be wrong. Like I said, guys, I didn't grow up in the 70s, so I don't fully know. But if not, for the 70s, I want to say that Princess Leia is a strong, independent woman and should have been idolized by a lot of young girls who were able to see this movie, because she's a very strong lead character in this movie, especially for women and children. And I hope she paved the way for like a lot of young girls who were watching this movie and just like was a good role model for them, because she clearly is a force to be reckoned with in this movie. And you can clearly see that she doesn't take crap from Harrison. She was the main thing that sparked this journey throughout this movie. She was the one who shoved the schematics for the Death Star into R2-D2, and she was also the one who left the message for Obi-Wan Kenobi. So this is really what started the whole journey throughout this movie. She shoved it into R2-D2, C-3PO tagged along. They were launched out of the spaceship before it got attacked, or during the attack from the Empire. And yeah, they were just on a journey to deliver this message to Obi-Wan Kenobi, which they got it done. Obi-Wan Kenobi received it, as well as Luke did. And so then they were determined to go save Princess Leia and try to put an end to the Death Star. But yeah, guys, for the main actors, I mean, like, also, like, there's C-3PO played by Anthony Daniels, and there's also Kenny Baker, who plays R2-D2. You can see me clearly looking off to the side to look at their names, because I know they're iconic characters, but forgive me if I don't remember the actors' names. This movie, the Star Wars franchise, is just an iconic franchise that, like, for years to come, kids, like I said, growing up in the 2020s, hopefully, still know the names of these characters and still fantasize about being in a Star Wars movie and just, like, playing with the lightsabers and blasters and dressing up as stormtroopers or a Jedi, being a princess or a smuggler. And I feel like, yeah, without A New Hope, it wouldn't have been where it is right now. Something briefly I want to bring up, though, like, quite frankly, I remember seeing A New Hope in the theaters, and I don't want to say it's fake, because, like, it's just a vague, really vague memory in my mind of when I saw this movie, because, like, like I said, I was born in the 90s. I remember going to the theater, seeing Darth Vader on the big screen, and it was the 90s, so Phantom Menace still hasn't come out yet, and Darth Vader wasn't even in that movie. So I must have seen this movie in the theaters, and I'm pretty sure it had a re-release sometime in the 90s. And I just remember being brought in there by my mom and dad and sitting down and watching Star Wars on the big screen. And I just really hope that wasn't just some fictional thing I put in my mind as a kid, because I'm pretty sure it did have a re-release, and I'm pretty sure I did see this in theaters. But honestly, I feel there is no better way to witness this movie rather than to see it in the movie theaters. Star Wars A New Hope, as well as any other Star Wars movie, is meant to be seen in, like, a huge screen, and just hearing this surround sound system of the battles being done or the lightsaber fight. This is a type of movie that you totally should witness once, or at least once for each movie to see in the theaters. I feel like I'm just not even critiquing this movie to this point. I'm just really graciously applauding it. It's just something about A New Hope just screams childhood to me. And that being said, it's a world that George Lucas created, and he really did it so spectacularly that it's still, for kids who were born way after this movie came out, still find it to be very nostalgic for them. And so I'm one of those kids, and I'm sure a lot of you are too. I feel like this movie, there's no better title than A New Hope for it. I mean, like, when this came out, I think it was just released as Star Wars, right? It wasn't released as Star Wars 4, obviously, and I don't think it had A New Hope attached to it yet, right? A New Hope was it titled A New Hope later on, after, like, the prequels were announced and stuff like that? Because, like, for you diehard Star Wars fans, maybe you guys need to fill me in. But for me, I'm just stating a personal opinion I have. I don't think there's any other title they could have named this other than A New Hope, because this movie is all about hope. The whole premise of this movie, like I said in the beginning, it's just a whole journey throughout the movie of destroying the Death Star, as well as finding Obi-Wan Kenobi and retrieving Princess Leia and saving her from the Empire. Clearly, as we saw, Obi-Wan dies, but that also builds a new story arc for Luke's character, who clearly had no idea about the Force or anything to do with the Jedis, and it's a new thing that he learned from Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so, as we saw, it's a new journey that he is going on from this movie, and hope for him to become a new Jedi Master, because he wants to learn the ways of the Force, as well as learn how to be a Jedi. It's just hope that drives this movie, and it's hope that they will defeat the Death Star. It's hope that led Luke to trusting in the Force, that Obi-Wan drove into him, like, said that you need to believe in the Force, so he, like, started to learn it, and so, like, he just wanted to become one with the Force. And so we could see clearly at the end of the movie, when Luke turned off his targeting system, that he was trying to be more in touch with the Force that Obi-Wan tried to teach him before he died at the feet of Darth Vader. So hope plays a big plot in this movie, and I feel that's the best title, sincerely, for this film. I think it is clearly the definitive title that George Lucas could have used for this film, and I think it's just perfect, and I think there's no better title for this movie for Star Wars. But that's just my personal opinion. Maybe you guys would have... Maybe there was an original title that George Lucas had in mind besides A New Hope, but, like, let me know in the comments if you guys know it. But I think New Hope was just the only true title that he could have gone with. But yeah, I am just really fanboying off Star Wars. It's just A New Hope, the first Star Wars movie ever made, and just, like, clearly there's nothing really else I can say about it. But as always, what do I give this movie? I give it a solid A. A solid A for A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 4. I don't think this movie really could deserve any less grade than an A for this film. It's a great movie in my opinion. Does it hold up? Of course I'm going to say yes. I don't care about if the graphics or just the look of the movie doesn't hold up to today's standards. I'm probably being a little biased, but, like, For the 70s, this is out of this world graphics. It's amazing. It's just like George Lucas developed a whole new world for this movie, and he brought it to life, and he made fans fall in love with it as soon as they stepped in the theater and watched this film. But yeah, this movie definitely holds up in my opinion, and I think it's just a classic. I think Star Wars will always be there, and people will always know about Star Wars, and I just want to say one more time, thank you, George Lucas. But yeah, guys, so yes, an A from me. It holds up, undoubtedly. It's just an awesome movie. Yeah, guys, that has been my quick little rant/review for Star Wars A New Hope. But yeah, guys, as always, if you guys like my reaction and my commentary for the Star Wars A New Hope Episode 4, maybe hit that like button. It always does help out the channel. It shows me that you guys are very intrigued by what I've been putting out lately, and it really just kind of helps me progress with this channel and reassures me that what the content I've been making is being enjoyed by viewers like you. But also, if you guys have really been enjoying this series, maybe hit that subscribe. As always, if you just click that subscribe, you will be notified when I drop the new episode in the Star Wars series, as well as any other reaction videos or reviews I want to talk about with you guys, or just recommendations. But yeah, guys, it's free, and like always, it just helps build the channel. So yeah, might as well hit it if you have the chance, if you haven't already. As always, leave in the comments what you guys thought of Episode 4, A New Hope, Star Wars. I loved it, of course, and I hope you guys did too. But just leave in the comments if you have a favorite scene in this movie. I'm dying to know, or if you guys want to just tell me more in-depth stuff or background stuff about Star Wars A New Hope. I'm dying to know, honestly. I love learning about new and intellectual things about movies that I didn't know in the past. And I don't know, I like building my movie junkie room in my head, just knowing fun facts. As always, I hope you are having a great day, and I will be back for Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. But like I said, always hope you're having a great day. Peace!